One spirit. One mind. One spirit. No limit.
I see more and more men are becoming too imbalanced and leaning too damn far to their emotional side. We've been down for a long time, had a small disagreement, and now you burning bridges because of pride. Anywhere you go, that stigma gonna follow you. These are character flaws and attributes you can't hide. Mark the one that's always starting problems with people. They really evil, they just came to deceive you into divide. Try to stay away from the problems, staying clear of the demons and the goblins. Need a perch to get rid of all of the toxins. Can't poison a movement, it's not an option. In a cut, and I watch like an owl. Seen one man tongue split two ways. Wow, messing with your faith, I'm throwing in the towel. Snake on a prowl, and that venom too foul. Mothers gave birth to a generation of liars. They shun you if you good, but if you evil, they admire. To see a righteous man fall down what they desire. Running with the lies, evil people don't inquire.
Yeah. Yo. All over the world, we about to go. Truth is coming out, that's what you need to know. Blacks and Hispanics is the Israelites you need to know. You ain't never gonna hear this from a pastor though. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions.
All right. Hey, shalom, Israel. Can y'all hear us and see us? Can y'all hear us and see us?
Oh, no, I'm talking about period.
Shalom.
Are we on?
Yeah, we live. We
Shalom,
live, baby.
Shalom, family. Shalom, Israel.
You done in it to the
Hey, can you turn my mic up? My voice is going a little bit. All right. Sound like they can hear us. So we're going to get started. Hey, but before we get started, y'all know, like, hey, first off, want to give a big time shout out to the Fix Your Face crew.
That's right.
Deacon Abiel, Captain Azariah, all praises for never hosting the show. We gonna host it down. We gonna hold it down. All praises.
Mr. Alley-oop. I don't co-sign that.
Nah, they snowed out. So send up prayers. They snowed out in OKC.
It's snowing out there.
Yeah, it snowed out, man. I talked to Dick. He sounded sad, man. Hey, more reason to come to Florida for Passover.
For
man.
real.
All praises.
All the reason.
We'll see you soon.
It was cold for 2 days. Now we back to t-shirts and shorts.
Right. Hey, speaking of that, Passover, if you didn't know, those of you that actually in the congregations, Passover is live. Registration is open in your various regions. Make sure you get that done after the Sabbath tomorrow. Before we get into the content, how was everybody's week? How was your week, Officer Mikey L?
Hey, I feel like I was here like 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
Hey, the week's going by fast, bro. I don't know about anybody else.
Time's
getting short.
The days is going by quick, and a lot of the wicked stuff is happening in a quick period of time.
Yeah.
I'm with that. You 100%. Light skin, you back?
I'm back. That's the highlight of my week, man. I'm happy
Literally.
to walk inside the building, feel the love, man. I'm happy to be back.
I'm in the wrong seat, man. The quarantine. I forgot about the quarantine king, man.
Quarantine king.
Hey, hit my ASAP.
I ain't made it to king status shit. Not shit.
Hit my deacon ASAP. Nah, once you go into quarantine,
Right.
you haven't left to the level of quarantine king, man. You out there.
To my right, Captain T.
Hey, Shalom. We
Captain
back at it
Tazawam.
again.
How was
Another
your
week,
week?
baby.
How was your week, man?
Good. Captivity. I'm glad I'm here. And like y'all saying, man, we back again. Quick week, man. Hey, Cap, man, why your voice out, bro?
Hey, we gonna get on that later. How was your week? How was your week?
Hey, all praises. I'm not in the attic no more. Spent the whole week in the attic. And it got hot again. So,
Captivity, huh?
yeah.
Dang.
Officer Benet, how was your week?
Hey, my week been good, man. I'm back. Been gone for a while.
Quarantine king number 2.
Oh, man.
I reinstated to profit.
Hey, man. All praise. Hey, Officer Kimuel ain't with us right now. Send up prayers for his family's household.
Right.
Sister Yara ain't doing that well. So send up prayers for the bishops as well. Bishop Nathaniel, send up prayers for Bishop. Hey, it's February. It's the favorite month of the year. It's Black History Month, man.
Wow.
How many Black History Months y'all got from somebody? Nobody told you Happy Black History Month?
I ain't get a happy MLK Day.
Not yet.
Not one.
Damn.
Hey, Whoopi Goldberg getting her ass whooped in this month.
That's a happy Black History Month, huh?
Hey, so on that note, Black History Month, February. Let's go to our first video. Let's go to the first video, a little bit about Black History Month.
Message.
Hi, I'm Lee, Vice's resident black guy. It's February, and I think we should get rid of Black History Month. And before you finish writing me that death threat, please just let me explain. I'm pretty sure my parents know this. I'm never gonna be on BET after this. It's February, and in my opinion, one of the worst times of the year to be black in America. It's almost as if people have forgotten and are remembering you're a person again. Like, oh, hey, look, there's a black guy in this office. We should hear what he has to say because it's Black History Month. It's also a time for racists to be reminded they still hate you just because you exist and because people that look like you appear on TV just a bit more. And personally, I think it's all because of the ways that we treat Black History Month as a society. I mean, think about it. When is White History Month? Why don't we have a White History Month? I'll tell you why we don't have a White History Month. It's because every month of every year is White History Month.
Message.
Every book, every biopic, basically every day celebrates white history, and that's the reason we have Black History Month to begin with.
Pause.
Black History Month was started.
So I want to show y'all something that he said. The reason why we have what he was just going over is everything is white history every day. That's what he's bringing out. Go to Jeremiah 17:4 real quick. Because of our sins, we and during Black History Month, then you realize you're in the land of your oppressor.
Right.
Other than that, you just think it's just normal. But then you're like, damn, we really do have 1 month to celebrate what we did. Interesting. Read that.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage. Shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
That I gave thee. So we stopped learning and stopped acknowledging and stopped praising our forefathers, who we are as a people, and what was truly given to us. Our true history and our true heritage. God said that was discontinued. Read.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
See, a lot of times when you read that and it says serve your enemy, we think about slavery and going to work and jobs. But you serve your enemy in the fact that you worship this man day in and day out, whether you believe it or not.
Right.
When you hop in your Ford vehicle, you worshiping the white man.
Yes.
When you go to McDonald's, you worshiping the white man. When you open up those textbooks that's written about you worshiping this man in everything you do. Because this is the land of our oppressors. Keep reading. It's going to say it.
Hey, when you pay for a sandwich, you're
There you
using
go.
his money.
Damn.
His face on it.
Right.
Their
Everything.
presidents.
Wow. Read.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
And what?
In the land which thou knowest not.
In a land which thou knowest not. Read.
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Right. So go back to the video if y'all ain't got nothing. Go ahead.
Started in 1916 by black historian Carter G. Woodson. Woodson wanted the study of black history and the accomplishments of black people to be highlighted and appreciated in both academia and in wider American society. So in a combined effort with the Association for the Study of African American Life and History, he started Negro History Week. 50 years later, during the Civil Rights Movement, student groups on college campuses would petition that that week be expanded to a month. And finally, in 1976, roughly 60 years after it was started, a sitting president would formally acknowledge Black History Month for the first time. Nowadays, because virtue signaling is really important on social media, we make a huge deal about brown faces for 28 days and then ignore them for the rest of the year, creating this dynamic of resentment among racists and disingenuous empathy among woke whites. Like, oh, it's Black History Month. Why don't we all listen to Cardi B and go watch Black Panther? Let's look at what's been taught during Black History Month, because it certainly isn't all Black history, since, you know, that would clearly take more than the 28 days of the shortest month of the year. Really, it seems to only be the stuff that doesn't make white people feel uncomfortable. I would argue Black History Month isn't really about Black history. It's about only teaching the pacification of Black people. You only hear about the good ones. You hear politicians talk about Frederick Douglass. Some people like Donald Trump talk about him like he's still alive. You might see something about Jackie Robinson or a Google doodle about Langston Hughes or James Baldwin. But where are the ad campaigns using the likeness of Huey P. Newton or Angela Davis? Where are the primetime specials featuring speeches by Adam Clayton Powell Jr.? Why don't we see big budget studio films about the assassination of Fred Hampton? Why is it that Black History Month only ever seems to revolve around feel-good stories of the Civil Rights Movement and things that took place after slavery.
Pause.
Teach America about the atrocity.
Hey, Cap.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, could y'all pull up that? I sent you a screenshot. What he just said, everything was factual, right? By Carter G. Woodson and everything, right? Pull up the screenshot I sent y'all a while ago. Because I was actually reading an article about this, the origins of Black history.
Right.
Why it's in February and all that, right?
Okay.
Pull it up. Come on, IT. Pull it up. Quick. Bring it out.
You're not going to pull it up quick, brother. You know that.
Oh, my God. It's the last thing posted.
You got to have a backup. You got to have some backup words.
Blow it up. Read that real quick.
Why February was chosen as Black History Month. February was chosen primarily because the second week of the month coincides with the birthdays of both Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass.
But he was just talking about Frederick Douglass, right?
Right.
But it coincides with both of their birthday, right? So it's still attributed to the white man.
Yeah, because didn't Frederick Douglass marry a white woman?
Yes, he did.
Oh, wow.
Yes, he did. Keep reading.
Lincoln was influential in the emancipation of slaves, and Douglass, a former slave, was a prominent leader in the abolitionist movement, which fought to end slavery.
Go ahead.
Lincoln and Douglass were each born in the second week of February.
When was they born?
In the second week of February. So it was traditionally a time when African Americans would hold celebrations in honor of emancipation, Kaplan said. Douglas's exact date of birth wasn't recorded, but he came to celebrate it on February 14th.
There you go.
Wait a minute.
There you go.
We already know.
Wait a minute.
Abe Lincoln ain't want to release the slave.
We've been hoodwinked.
Yeah.
Bamboozled.
Still the worship of the white man.
Hey, exactly what you were saying. I want to get a scripture on that too, because like the brother was saying, is each day of the month or whatever in the month of February, it shows how passive. They always talk about those I guess you could say domesticated slaves that were passive, or that was the good old black person to the white folks, right? Let's get that. Where did that mentality come from? Give me Isaiah real quick. Chapter 51. We're going to be quick. Verse 23. Jeremiah 51, verse 23.
Jeremiah or Isaiah?
Bring it out.
I'm sorry, Isaiah. You right. You right. You good. You
Jeremiah, dang, I messed it up. All right. Isaiah chapter 51, verse 23. But I will put it into the hand of them that afflict.
That's our oppressor. That's the one that oppresses us. All right, read on. Come on.
Which have said to thy soul.
This is what they say to our soul, to us as a nation. What do they say to us? Read.
Bow down.
Get down. No. Don't stand up. Don't be a black messiah. Bow down. All right, because we're going to take away the Jim Crow laws from you. Just obey. Read. Come on.
That we may go over.
That we what?
That we may go over.
We may have an advantage over you, all right? Because we know what we've done to you, but don't look at it no more. As a matter of fact, the critical race theory, we got an agenda against that.
Yep.
And don't be surprised if in the state of Florida that they try to get rid of Black History Month. I won't be surprised at this point, because he already said what? The governor said you can try to get it out of the private businesses and school facilities.
Right.
Keep reading. Come on.
And thou hast laid thy body as the ground.
And we have assimilated and laid our bodies to the ground. We don't stand up no more. We submit ourselves. Read, come on.
And as the street to them that went over.
To them that were our oppressor, them that afflict us. So we learn to bow our heads down and don't see the afflictions. And that's what we've been taught through generations. Like you see throughout America how they trying to tear down these daggone statues.
Right.
What did Trump say? All right, you keep tearing it down. History has a tendency of repeating itself.
Right.
That's it on that.
Hey, so he was going into the perspective of which we learn Black history, which is to make sure you protect the white man in the information that you're bringing out. They don't ever go into Nat Turner.
Nope.
They don't ever go into Malcolm X.
Right.
They don't go into the Fred Hampton. They don't go into the revolutionaries of our people. They don't teach you Angela Davis. They don't teach you all these individuals.
Yeah, like that stuff never existed.
Nah, they won't teach you that.
That's crazy.
So go to the next video. It's a good video, kind of hitting on the same stuff that he's talking about.
I think what annoys me most about white people is when they pretend like they're the victim. What's also annoying is when they kill us.
What is fragile about whiteness when everything has been constructed around it?
Every part of who I am has been distorted or criminalized.
It's really just a bunch of white lies.
We're storming the Capitol! You're not
Patriots, you're ridiculous.
One of the definitions of American whiteness is ignorance.
White people, we are not your problem. You are.
Should white people today feel any responsibility for slavery?
Hell yeah.
White Jesus or black Jesus?
Jesus was not white.
Think of geography. Ain't no way Jesus walked around with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Culture fears the enemy. Now, I'm waiting for this thing to come out. I'm waiting for this.
You got me locked in too, bro.
Good stuff right there.
But what they're doing is they're exposing the lies of this man. And it's plain to see. Anybody that got eyes can see the lies that he have told. And they hitting on the color of Christ. They hitting on how they portray themselves as patriots and all these different things. When if anybody else do it, they vandals, they hoodlums, they thugs, so on and so forth. But go ahead, Mike. Yeah, you had something on that?
No, I'm just saying that the name of the movie should be called "The Man of Sin Must Be Revealed."
Right.
But these nations is funny though. What's funny about these nations, man? You see how they got the Arab men in there,
Yep,
the Moabite in there.
I got something for that.
Y'all think that they're gonna get away with just blaming the white man? Hey, the Bible gonna show that all y'all was against us.
There you go. Right.
So y'all can try that all you want to.
There you go.
Try it all you want to. We the people who live this life know. Man, everybody be coming up against us. Everybody.
Every last one of them. Go ahead, press play.
For us as Native people, the end of the world already happened like multiple times.
Symbols and monuments, these are mementos of racism.
Bring that statue down. Put up a TCBY yogurt or something. Everybody can get behind.
The truth has to be told about history.
We have to make sure that these stories are told from our perspective.
There's always hope. You know what I'm saying? We don't give up.
It's about obliterating systemic and institutionalized racism.
This is a wild place, y'all. It's a wild place. I know Harriet and Frederick be up there just like, what is they gonna do?
Everything's gonna be all right. So that's a series that's coming out that's gonna further expose white supremacy. Nothing new that we ain't been doing for 20 years at IUIC. I don't know if y'all watched Shout Out Tuesday this week. Bishop went in on the CIA and going overseas, portraying themselves as missionaries, so on and so forth.
Priests.
Right.
Bring it
and
out.
as we all know, because if you ever read what is it? The Destruction of the Indies. By Bartholomew de las Casas. He was one of the priests. He was a friar. And you always see that in the images. But you never put two and two together that Christianity from its beginning.
Right.
From its beginning, from its onslaught was white supremacy. It ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. You have something?
No.
Okay. So we want to start out with a little black history. Now we're going to show you just a little bit more black history.
Blacker than black.
Yep. Something that's going on amongst our community that's really affecting our community. Alarming rates. It's a tragedy. And then it happens every other day, I swear. Every other day these things happen. So let's see. Read that one.
NYC rapper T. Wu fatally shot in Brooklyn hours after signing record contract.
So, a rapper in Brooklyn is shot dead hours after signing a contract.
Hey, being a rapper is an endangered species, man.
Yeah.
I think it's
Scroll
crazy.
down.
Yeah.
Signed with $1 Million Records. All right, that's him. Scroll down.
T. Wu, an up-and-coming New York City-based rapper, was shot and killed Tuesday, just hours after signing a recording contract. He was 22.
Dang.
The musician.
Hold on. 22 years old, shot dead. Who was the rapper that just got shot a few months ago?
Young Dolph.
Young Dolph.
Yeah, right.
Y'all don't understand the things that y'all doing today. All your Black Lives Matter, your other protests. None of that stuff works.
It's not. None of it.
Because guess what? Right. Tupac got shot. How long ago was that? Tupac and Biggie?
96.
That happened 95, 96. Yeah. It's 2022.
And they still ain't found him.
Bring it out.
Right.
Hey, y'all salute.
Oh, they found the murder too, Paul. You didn't know that?
They did.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, it was listening.
Nah, bro. Okay, that's who gonna take. That's who gonna take the rap, but that ain't who really did it. I'm gonna say it like that,
bro.
Hey, go ahead. Read.
Hey,
it's been solved.
It goes back to what Boosie was saying though about rappers is they always get shot in their own city. You don't ever see them getting shot on tour out in different countries, different states. They always get shot typically in their own city, in their own neighborhood, all the time.
Hey, T. Woo is a gang member.
Oh, you know him?
The Woos is a gang name. Yeah, he's the same. Yeah.
Dang.
That's why his name is T. Woo.
Go ahead, read that.
Right there.
The musician's record label.
The musician's record label, $1 Million Music, confirmed his death with a tribute on Instagram. Writing alongside a collection of photos, it's an honor to remain your friend until your last moments.
Scroll down. I want to see. I think it had something about his connections. Hold on. T. Woo. Yeah, read that one. The second part. T. Woo was born.
T. Woo, born Tajay Dobson, was fatally shot in the Canarsie neighborhood of Brooklyn on Tuesday afternoon.
Wow. So people are getting shot in the middle of the afternoon.
Broad daylight.
Broad daylight. And I ain't reading nothing about somebody that's convicted of nothing.
Nah, you ain't gonna hear that.
Go ahead, keep going.
The New York Police Department confirmed to People. Scroll down. The rapper sustained a gunshot wound to the head and was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced dead, according to police. He was a good kid, Dobson's grandmother told the New York Daily News. He loved singing and dancing and all that. He had a passion for music. The relative, who declined to be identified by name, also told the outlet she heard 4 very quick, rapid shots around the time Dobson was allegedly gunned down, adding that the shooting occurred right outside their home.
Wow. So 9 times out of 10, this is probably somebody that knew him.
Right.
Yep.
Somebody that knew him, knew he was in town, knew that he just signed a contract, mad and envious. Give me that in Titus 3. This is what's going on.
Bring it out.
This is why you Negroes that want to argue about the name, you want to argue about if the earth is flat or if it's y'all don't. We got bigger problems and bigger fish to fry.
Bullets still fly,
Right.
still kill.
Right. That's these other camps are useless. These are the problems that we need to be solving. Read that.
You want 2 Timothy 3?
Titus 3 and 3.
The book of Titus, chapter 3 and verse 3. For we ourselves were sometimes foolish.
For what?
For we also ourselves were sometimes foolish.
Right. A lot of brothers amongst us, sisters amongst us, we come out of that lifestyle. Smoking, drinking, rapping, hatred, shooting, gangbang, all that stuff. We ourselves were sometimes foolish. Read.
Disobedient.
What?
Disobedient.
Read.
Deceived. Serving diverse lusts and pleasures.
Read.
Living in malice and envy.
Living in malice and envy. Read.
Hateful and hating one another.
Hateful and hating one another. What is this letting you know? This is letting you know that this spirit is heavy amongst our people today. And the only way you get over that is when you realize who you are as a people. Right. And you realize, you know what? The Bible says I literally cannot hate my brother.
Right.
It literally says that. Give me that Leviticus 19 to show the people you literally, scripturally, you are commanded to not hate your brother.
Right.
Bring it out.
And that's how you change these problems.
Right. Because we as a people, man, we learn by example. And if that vibration was put out in our communities more, we'd be against the murder, against the shooting amongst our communities. That's what we about.
Go ahead, read that.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt not in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Y'all see that? The Bible says you are supposed to love your neighbor as yourself.
Right.
But guess what? The majority of these Christian churches and the majority of these individualites, y'all don't apply the commandments. Y'all don't read the commandments. Hence, that's why these problems still continue in our community.
Right.
If the Christian church would actually teach the laws of God, these things would happen.
Right.
Because 9 times out of 10, the rapper that gets shot dead, guess what? He got a cross on his arm
Bring it out.
and white Jesus on his neck.
Right.
Every time he got praying arms on his hand and white Jesus around his neck, but he's in the midst of adultery, fornication, drug dealing, robbing.
Murder.
He's teaching music about hating his own people.
Right. Hey, and that's what I was about to say because this ain't nothing new. You remember stack bundles?
I can name so many, bro.
Nah, but
I can just keep naming them.
Right.
Keep
I'm
naming
sorry,
them.
but who?
This is the thing. They from Far Rock. This is the thing. They've been getting shot in their own city from way back then. Mind you, a lot of these dudes, they taking care of entourages of people. And somehow nobody knows who did it.
Right.
Nobody's going to say nothing. But to your point, though, ain't nobody correcting the music, though.
Yep.
Because he dying by the lifestyle that he's trying to portray.
There you go.
That's ultimately what it is.
There you go. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
Right.
But, go ahead.
Galatians 6 and 7. Just to back up what you were saying about that. Anytime you see these rappers, they always pushing that, like Cap said, that vibration. They pushing that energy out there, and then it comes back at them.
Yep.
Let's see why that is.
Every time.
Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7.
Go ahead, brother. Read the scripture, brother. I'm playing with you. I'm playing with you. We ain't gonna make you read.
We got all night, man. Get them out fast.
Oh, scripture? Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7. Be not deceived. God is not mocked.
So the Most High God,
Right.
in any of your actions, he's not mocked by whatever you do, whether that's good or bad. Come on.
For whatsoever a man soweth,
The things that you put out in the world, whether if you putting out evil, what's going to happen?
that shall he also reap.
You're gonna reap evil.
Yep.
You talk about killing, gang banging, drug dealing, murdering your brother. That's gonna show up at your doorstep, and sometimes it's gonna end up with you getting that bullet in the head like this brother got here. Now we not condoning that action, but the Most High said in His Word that whatever you pushing out there, that's also what's gonna happen back to you.
Hey, you know what's crazy about that? I'm gonna give a shout out to Officer Liam headquarters, the Phantom. He say that all the time to the brothers that rap in his truth. He said, "Be careful what you say, because the Most High gonna hold you accountable to your words." You remember how he says, "Nothing you say gonna go out void."
Right.
Nothing. So I better watch what y'all saying. Hey, but I'm gonna show you the real reason why he got shot dead. Go play the next video and start at 2 minutes. We gotta go. We didn't even tell the people to call yet.
Wow.
Hey, Shalom, caller. What's your name? Question or comment? Where you calling from?
Hey, brothers. Shalom, Most High Christ. This is Brother Benai coming for school.
Hey, shalom.
Yes, sir. I was calling about the topic, man. I was an ex-gang member, man, and I was so stupid to the point where I would get so mad at just anything around me to where I was almost killing myself.
Damn. Oh, man. Man.
Brother hated
You know
his
what
gums
I
'cause he
mean?
was black.
High blood pressure, anxiety, everything. It was just terrible.
Well, we glad you repented, bro.
All praises for that.
That's right.
Yeah. Hey, I repented. I'm back in it. And I studied with 3 Bibles, 1611, and the Apocrypha. I'm in it. I mean, I go to sleep with it and wake up with it, and I'm not looking back for nothing.
All praise to the Most High.
Real quick, I want to get a scripture on that, brother, because likewise with all of us, we got a mission. Then we're going to hit the video. Let me get what was that? 2 Timothy real quick, chapter 2, verse 25 real quick. That's our mission. That's why we on these platforms. What we doing right now, we going to make the word of God famous on the planet once again, all right? And that starts with you brothers in your communities being those righteous examples. All right, here we go. Read that real quick.
The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 25.
Right.
In meekness.
And what?
In meekness.
What is it? Read. Come on.
Instructing those that oppose themselves.
That brother said to the point where he hated himself.
Right.
Or like we hate each other. Or not loving your brother as you love yourself. We break that commandment. Come on.
If God peradventure will give them repentance to the acknowledging of the truth.
So, because your example of righteousness and instructing those, you're supposed to be able to what? Bring forth a sense of hope, a level of hope to our people that are without, all right? So that they can acknowledge the truth. Read, come on.
And that they may recover themselves out of the snare of the devil.
That they may recover themselves out of Satan's trap. That's why Christ said, ye shall know the truth and the truth shall make you free, because you're under the snare of the white man, of his agenda, of his money schemes. Read on, come on.
Who are taken captive by him at his will.
That's it on that one.
Hey, so play this video. So I want to preface this again. So this is the second time within about a 2-month span, a rapper, and it's been more than that. Like I said, you read about it every day. Another no-name rapper shot dead. We're gonna show you why they get signed before they end up dead, though. Go ahead.
Billions of dollars.
You had 2 minutes. All right, let's take. Hey, Shalom caller, what's your name? Question or comment? Where you calling from? Caller, you live.
We hear the
whistling in the phone.
Hey, Shalom caller, what's your name? Question or comment? Where you calling from?
From Canada.
Okay. What's your question or comment, sis?
Well, from Asia.
Oh, okay.
We hear the sirens right now. You running from the police right now?
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm watching. I'm just watching you guys right now.
Okay, all praise. Thank you for watching.
You safe in there?
All right. Cut the call.
Thank you for watching. Thank you all for the support.
Hey, would you have 2 minutes? All right, go ahead. Press play.
Are worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
You talking about the rappers?
There is a life insurance policy out with Kodak Black. There was one on Extension. There's one on 6ix9ine. There's a life insurance policy on a lot of these rappers. Even these unknown artists and these record deals that they get.
Like 2.woo.
Yeah. This is one of the reasons that they promote the stuff that they do. The record companies will make trillions off of them, basically, if they get murdered. The record company says it's standard policy that most of them take insurance policies out, and they do it for the families and everything else to ensure that the families are taken care of. So when the record companies start saying, like, here's some money to the family, that's because they took out a life insurance policy. The record company's not paying them. They're paying them a little piece of the money off the life insurance policy, and they're basically keeping the rest of the money. It's a dirty game, man. It's a real dirty game. Suge Knight had a $100 million policy out on Tupac when Tupac died. It was a life insurance policy somewhere that Suge had took out on Tupac that was worth about $100 million.
All right, stop it there. So what we finding out is these rappers, when they sign these contracts, not only do they get screwed over with the advances at 25% interest, but they also have life insurance policies in the millions that if they die, these record labels are getting money. So that's why they don't mind giving these little no-name rappers. You're like, how the hell this dude get signed? He's horrible. He's pushing a prerogative of shooting, drug dealing, gang banging. He'll be dead in 2 months. He'll be dead in a year, and he'll make us $100 million.
Hey, Cap, that's literally the definition of a cash cow.
Right.
That's
Damn.
crazy.
Damn. That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I see y'all was going through. Y'all got some scriptures on that?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
you can grab Sirach 13 real quick.
Yeah, bring it out, man.
Because, damn, that's crazy. Because basically the music industry is run by Edomites.
Yep.
Remember?
It ain't no basically. They is.
Run by Edomites. Remember back in the day, even NWA, Ice Cube was getting on
the Jewish,
Amalek,
the Jewish.
And you even watch a movie, you see how they got raped throughout the whole thing. TLC and them, list goes on, right? Read Sirach 13 and read verse 3 and 4 real quick.
But now they figured out how to get it without you even having talent. Right. You ain't even got to make a hit no more.
Right.
Hey, look, because the defense, I'm gonna let you go. The defense is they live that lifestyle anyway.
Right.
So shoot, it ain't me that's doing it, but they the ones orchestrating them ops against them. Probably. I'm just saying. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
The book of Sirach, chapter 13 and verse 3. The rich man hath done wrong, and yet he threateneth withal.
Read.
The poor is wronged, and he must entreat also.
Verse 4.
If thou be for his profit.
So now all these rappers is for their profit. As soon as they come out, they get hot. What's crazy is they make more money off of shows and mixtapes and all of that.
Yep.
But the moment they sign the deal, right? You for his profit, read.
He will use thee.
What he gonna do?
He will use thee.
He gonna use your behind. You see it all the time. Read.
But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee.
He's gonna forsake you. Ain't nobody worrying about them families after them brothers is dead.
Nope.
Ain't nobody reaching out to them families. Hey, it is what it is.
The baby mama.
Right. And it's crazy because they know they're coming from a lifestyle where a lot of us is piss poor broke.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So they're going to use that
anything.
of course. Going to sign his name away. And then what's crazy about it is they give you a lot of that money up front.
Yep.
So a lot of that stuff they rapping with, they don't actually have it. I'm just trying to fake it till I make it. But now you can't even get an opportunity to even fake it till you make it. Because basically he cashing out in your death.
Right.
That thing is crazy.
And that's what it is. It's a game. It's a dirty game. Go ahead. So we can go to the next one. We got a lot of content. All right, say this. All right. So, Minneapolis, we back again. We got another current topic. During Black History Month. During Black History Month, what was the young lady that got shot dead? Like Breonna Taylor, right?
Yeah.
It was a no-knock warrant. Same deal. Went in, shot him up. So you would think all the police forces across the country say, "Hey, man,
slave catchers.
We need to eliminate these no-knock warrants and all these because innocent people could end up dead." Let's see. Play the video.
Say warning. Man, that thing come with his own disclaimer.
Early Wednesday morning, MPD's SWAT team prepared to enter the Bolero Flats apartments downtown on a high-risk warrant entry to help St. Paul police with a homicide investigation. Interim Chief Amelia Huffman says officers had obtained both a no-knock and knock warrant, but instead of breaking down the door, they decided to use a key. Officers announced they had a warrant. Within seconds, the video appears to show 22-year-old Amir Locke on a couch under a blanket with a gun. Interim Chief Huffman assessed that Officer Mark Hanneman was, quote, just outside the frame in the direction that barrel is emerging. This is the moment when police say Hanneman fired at least 3 shots, killing Locke.
Things happen so quickly.
Mylon Masson is the retired training director for Minnesota's law enforcement program. How are SWAT teams trained to enter in those situations?
Well, there's been some changes over the year that they never used to have to announce themselves. Announcing the police over and over again. That's very, very helpful.
Hey, pause it real quick.
It's not clear if Locke was awake when...
Hey, when y'all see these these interviews or whatever the case, news broadcasts, these people are trained to speak in a certain fashion to deceive you before they say it. You see how she said, well, things have changed over the years. And your psyche, you like, oh, yes, you're right.
Right.
It's okay that they did what they did. And then they put the Jedi mind trick on you. I'm just saying, don't be deceived by these media spells or whatever it's called.
It's media training.
Right. And you know what's funny about that? Because her voice... She put you at ease like somebody didn't just die.
Right.
Like, oh, yeah, no, this is common practice. Look, they're announcing themselves before they go in. He had a gun, they killed him. Nothing to worry about. Just a normal day at work. Go ahead.
Killing niggers.
SWAT entered. According to MPD, he was not named in the search warrant. And police haven't said whether he's connected.
This is what I have an issue with. Because... You always, being prophets, you always want to put yourself in a situation.
Right.
We got brothers in the body that are police officers, so on and so forth. So they're doing a job that we understand is dangerous. They don't know when their life going to be over either. So you go on a knock warrant, and a brother ends up dead who you're not even searching for. Now, that's the issue in that. His name was not on the warrant.
Wow.
Damn. He has nothing to do with it now. It says it's unclear if he was connected, but that ain't who they were searching for.
Unclear if it wasn't connected.
Right.
Like he's connected for the person they was actually looking for.
Hey, that's
some witchcraft, right?
Yep.
That's
it's
exactly
witchcraft.
What it is.
That's crazy,
witchcraft.
Hey,
that's evil.
You know what's missing from this is context. When you grow up in the hood and somebody kicking in your door talking about police get down, you are not going to get down. Because the first thing in my mind, home invasion.
Right.
You know how many Negroes kick in the door, act like they police,
right.
or dress up like they police? Ain't nobody going for that. So Esau sitting up there talking. They don't live the same life we live, so they don't understand that.
There you go.
They don't understand that, man.
Go ahead, press play.
into the St. Paul homicide investigation. How do police train for situations where they know there may be people that aren't involved in that residence?
That's why they send so many people in, is so that they can keep track of everybody. They want to split it up so that I take...
That's a lie. That's a lie. What's the name of the brother in Atlanta that they shot 59 times? Oh. Golly, I forgot the name. But they say they sending all these people so they could... No, they lying. Don't, like Cap already said, don't believe the white man lies. Go ahead, press play.
The person on the couch, this person takes the one in the kitchen.
But it's also not clear yet who or what the police were searching for.
So we just have to wait and see. We have to wait for all of the evidence to come in, the totality of the evidence.
Hold on. So you want to wait to see and what's going on. Now you come after somebody's dead. Somebody died.
Cap. They can stake out the house and see who's in the house.
It's 2022.
I mean, they got visual. They can be in a chopper and tell you sitting on the couch eating popcorn.
They know that.
Not only that, if his skin had been white, they would have known exactly how to defuse that situation.
There you go. I was just about to say
without shooting them.
I was just about to say that.
You don't want to do this
because how many times have we watched the videos of the white man with a gun get talked down of not doing anything?
Yeah.
Or he's shooting back at the police on, they still don't shoot at him, and they get him down.
They get a hey, buddy, calm down, man.
You don't want to do this, Bill.
And if he's sitting there asleep, if he was really asleep, tase him.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But you're not black. Remember, we only kill black people.
Right, exactly. Exactly. What was the next video we had? Unless y'all got a scripture on that.
Hey, you know why I do that, right?
Go ahead.
You know, last week, 3 cops went to New York to do a domestic violence. Dude shot 2 cops and killed them. Just saying.
Yeah, putting it in context.
Just saying. The reason why they licensed to do that is because we still doing the foolishness.
Absolutely.
Right? So you're right. Y'all couldn't do anything. They could throw a flash grenade in there. They don't have to do that. But we still giving them the ammo to do things like that and come in justifying it like that.
We still give the, like you're saying, we still give the white man the purpose for the Most High to use him as a damn weapon.
Need to bear not the sword.
Hey, that was the name of the young man, Jamarion Robinson. Look up that story. We did it several times. Jamarion Robinson. They said a whole brigade in there, and they put 59 bullets in him.
Damn.
So what was
that's 2 clips.
Yeah. All right, so we went over that. We went over that. Okay, what was the next? What we got next? Okay, so now good. Black History Month, right? So during Black History Month, white people realize that black people exist again, and they get very angry when they find out that black people exist, and they do certain things. They're like, "Damn, I thought we got rid of these black people."
That's true as hell.
And they get pissed. Let's see what they're doing now. Go ahead.
Tonight, many of the nation's historically black colleges and universities on heightened alert, from Delaware to Florida to Louisiana. Hours with campuses locked down, orders to shelter in place because of more than a dozen bomb threats.
Sad that it's really only HBCUs that are being targeted.
At Howard University, bomb threats 2 days in a row, the third threat since January 5th. You take these threats seriously?
Absolutely.
Like many at these institutions, Dr. Toshni Ann DuBroy thinks the fact that it's the start of Black History Month is likely no coincidence.
A month that usually celebrates the innovation of our community and celebrates the valor of black people has now been tainted because we have such a significant threat against our HBCU community.
At the White House, aides say the president is getting regular updates.
It is scary. It is horrifying. It is terrible that these students, these faculty, these institutions are feeling under threat.
The FBI saying they're working with our law enforcement partners to address any potential threats. For now, students like Ashley Fields are back in class with a lot of questions.
We've not received any word about whether the two have been connected or, where the threat has come from. It's not the ideal environment for students trying to learn.
On Howard's campus now, a much bigger police presence, including help from the D.C. Metro Police, not usually stationed here. So far, authorities have not reported finding any explosive devices on any campus.
Now, I read another article that said it was these threats are coming from neo-Nazis. Now, what's interesting, a lot of y'all may say, well, why are they worrying about a bomb threat? Nobody gonna bomb anybody, y'all got to understand who this man is that hates us. Esau is the devil.
Yes, right.
He is the damn devil. So you got to treat every threat seriously, especially when you're dealing with black people and being bombed.
Right.
I'm finna give y'all some black history. We're finna go through some black history real quick to show you that the white man will bomb you.
Right.
He will literally bomb you. Go ahead. Press play.
Seeing them helping each other, tying on sashes, and then it went dark. We're talking about an explosion that reverberates through the entire city of Birmingham. Everybody heard it.
I was at South Illerton Baptist Church.
A church.
And our pastor was shifting kind of nervously across the room and said he had received word that 16th Street Baptist Church had been bombed.
Hold on. That the 16th Baptist Church was bombed. Hold on.
Damn.
The white man that gave us affirmative action, that gave us Barack Obama, that blessed us with Joe Biden, that freed us on June 19th.
Gave us a stimulus check.
Gave us a stimulus check. Hold on, this man bombed a black church?
Gave us same one that gave us BET.
Wow.
Sports, all of them.
Hey, the white man bombed all his enemies.
Right.
Hey,
Go back 5 seconds. I want the people to hear this. Some of y'all don't know this history.
Hey, this is what they want y'all to forget.
Right. Go ahead.
That 16th Street Baptist Church had been bombed.
Hold on.
I was in Sunday school.
Is this Afghanistan?
Nah, this is the great old US of A.
Is this Korea? Is this Japan? This is why y'all Negroes need to wake up.
Right.
Bring it out.
Y'all need to wake the hell up. These people have bombed us in America. Maybe it wasn't enough that you got brought here on slave ships and on chains, and they took your name, they took your heritage, they took your culture, they took your God. Maybe that wasn't enough. He said, you know what, hey, I'm gonna leave y'all some more evidence. I'm gonna drop a bomb in a church. Maybe then you'll realize that I'm the devil. Wow.
You drop a bomb on white Jesus.
Right.
Why you worshiping white Jesus?
There you go. Go ahead, press play.
Class, the building seemed like it was shaking off its foundation, smelling fumes, and getting hit in the head. I couldn't find my younger sister. Only later to find out that she was taken to the hospital. She was only 4. She was cut in the head, blood dripping down her clothes and down her face.
Reverend John Cross comes down after the explosion to go into the hole and hears moaning.
My father heard somebody saying, Annie, and he realized that Sarah was calling her sister's name because that's the last voices that she heard before the explosion.
All right. So, there she go. There were 4 girls that passed away, and one of them was blinded, and a lot of other injuries that happened. Now, go to the next video. This is another bombing that you don't hear about that happened amongst our people. No, they don't tell. I grew up in the county of this man that we about to learn about. I knew nothing about this man until I was a grown man. Wow. They keep this history. There's some hidden history about to bring out for y'all. Right. Pay attention. Go ahead, press play.
Bring it out.
Hello, Central Florida.
Friendly
Today I want to tell you the story
you.
about Harry T. and Harriet V. Moore, a local Brevard County couple who paid the ultimate price to help start the Civil Rights Movement. The Civil Rights Movement gained notoriety in the 1960s with Dr. Martin Luther King. But that movement actually began almost 2 decades earlier with an activist who lived in the small Brevard County community of Mims.
Harry T. and Harriet V. Moore were the first civil rights activists in the state of Florida. They were before Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, before we knew the civil rights movement today.
Harry T. Moore truly was a man before his time. And to put himself and his family in danger for the betterment of others truly speaks to the volume of the kind of character.
Harry T. Moore traveled all over the state registering African Americans to vote. He had a huge impact and paved the way for civil rights activities that are better known in the 1960s and beyond.
He understood that if we could get involved in the voting process, that lives would be changed.
Pause.
Harry T. Moore.
Now, all this man wanted was us to vote.
Right.
He was trying to get us to vote, and he understood that that thing was dangerous. But he kept doing it. He kept doing it. Let's see what happened.
He was teaching blacks not to be afraid of the Jim Crow era. He knew he was going to ultimately pay a price, but he said freedom is never free. So on December 25th, 1951, it was Christmas. They celebrated like you and I, but the Klansman was hiding in the grove, and they had to lay out to his house. They crawled under his house, 10:20 p.m., lit the dynamite, and they said that was the loudest bomb heard around the world.
Hold on, pause. Pause.
That's crazy.
Go back 10 seconds. I want y'all to hear this. This man, was he gathering people together so they could overthrow the government?
Nope.
Was he gathering people together so they can bomb America and take slave ships and go back to Africa? No, he was trying to integrate people into this society.
Right.
That's it. So they could live a peaceful life with the white man.
Right.
And this the man that y'all want to lay up with.
Hey, look at the daggone house. Look like it blew the foundation off the house. Go ahead, Cal.
Go ahead, press play.
I mean, the people he was trying to vote for, it wasn't no black candidates.
There you go.
So,
right, they voting for white people. Go ahead.
They crawled under his house, 10:20 p.m., lit the dynamite, and they said that was the loudest bomb heard around the world.
Slaughter.
Now, this is the question I want to know. Why is this man not known all around the world?
For real.
You know why?
Because you're black.
Because they'll let you know about Martin Luther King getting assassinated, Malcolm X. They don't want, like, damn, we bombed somebody. We bombed one individual. They don't want you to hear about that.
They don't want to know it's that. Let us know it's that many.
There you go.
Stick with the one or two.
There's more. Medgar Evers, Stokely Carter, there's more of them. And we going to bring it out. Lionz Den, 7 o'clock Sunday.
That's right.
We going to bring it out.
Right.
We got a lot of history coming out.
Bring that out.
Asada Shakur, but she got it.
So we just showing y'all. So when you see these bomb threats at HBCU universities in 2022, there's nothing new under the sun.
Right.
This has been done. And you got to take it, you got to treat it with care because he is capable of bombing you.
Right.
Go ahead, Makai, you have something?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Hey, go to Habakkuk 2 and 4.
Bring it
man.
out. There we go. Get the people some
Habakkuk
scriptures.
2 and 4. Because the thing about these white folks, man, it don't make sense what they're doing. I'm going to tell you why. This is the top part of that verse I really want.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
Hey, his soul ain't upright.
Yep.
His soul is not. You got to think about it. The Arabians is talking about killing and bombing this country. They don't do nothing to them. Nothing. The black folks is sitting there. They trying to integrate.
Right.
And there's no real threat, but still the same hate keep coming out. They had protests in Orlando this past week. The Nazis and stuff was there because they were saying, and maybe we'll do this for Lionz Den. This whole story is a lie. The immigrants weren't illegal at all. But when they flying in, Ishmael and them, nobody says nothing on the white side.
Right.
And y'all literally flying in the people that's going to kill y'all.
Damn.
And y'all have not saying nothing about it. So they kind of, their soul, they just not right in their head because it don't make no sense to have an enemy. And I'm telling you, I'm going to kill you, but I'm going to keep messing with Makai, who's trying to integrate with me.
Yep.
That don't make no sense whatsoever.
No. Go ahead, Cap.
Hey, yeah, let's get that real quick. Exactly what he hitting on, because the lie or the perception is that the white man is our friend. You know, like how you bring the Arabs over and everything like that.
Diablo.
Yeah, and they can integrate and everything. But the scripture says, for us, you Israelites, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we got to learn that. We got to understand the things that he speak they're daggers. Give me that real quick in Psalms 55. Psalms 55, read verse 21. The scriptures talk about that. Never trust your enemy. His agenda is always going to be against you. Plain and simple.
The book of Psalms, chapter 55 and verse 21.
Come on.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Whose words? Your enemy's words. So you got to understand your enemy. You have to know your enemy in order to know how to navigate around him or through him. Read it again.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
The words of his mouth were smoother than brothers to the Indian, smoother than butter to the Indians, right? Because what he do? What do they try to tell you? That they sold the land for beads and beans and whatever, handkerchiefs, whatever you want to call it. But what did they do to him? They gave him smallpox. I mean, that's a known story. Why not in Black History Month? Why can't we learn more about what they did to the Indians and whatnot? Right. Keep reading.
But war was in his heart.
But war was in his heart, because when he wants to go through you, he will. He will bomb you. He will hose you down. He will sit his dogs on you. And we still getting that today. Ain't nothing ever changed. Read that again from the top. Read it again.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. But war was in his heart.
Read.
His words were softer than oil.
Read on.
Yet were they drawn swords.
So what is his smooth butter? That's the permissions that he gives you to make you feel like you're an American. But better believe and understand that there's always an agenda against you. Just one more real quick. This is gonna be my last one.
Bring it out.
Let me see here. Sirach chapter 12. Sirach 12. Read verse 10 and then jump to 13.
The book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
What?
Never trust thine enemy.
Read on.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
His nature never changes. All right? We got to understand that we live amongst the son of Satan, the son of perdition. This ain't no hate speech. It's truth. It's the truth. Look, like you saying earlier, Cap, look at the pattern of his actions towards blacks in America.
That's all you got to do.
That's all you have to do, and that's what's being revealed. I'm going to watch that show you brought up earlier. But that's all you have to do is just look at his actions. What did Christ say? You shall know them by their fruits, right? Go ahead, officer.
No, they won't do it. That's the thing, though. We don't realize that's our enemy.
Right.
When you read that scripture, they thinking that's the devil, Satan's spirit.
Yeah.
They don't think it's the white man. And that's the major problem with our people. We don't know who the enemy is.
We lost because we don't know who we are.
And this is, but you got to think about logically, man.
A great
Everybody knows the story of slavery. So we're supposed to think that the people that brought us over here on slave ships are now going to be our friends.
Right.
What was crazy about it, at one point, I thought that. I didn't think
I did too.
I didn't think everybody that was white was evil. That's the good trick that they're playing.
Yep. Call them allies.
We really been destroyed, man. Because all of us can agree that I didn't think nothing wrong with the white man. But when you really unveil everything that's done, it's like, bro, crazy as hell to think like that.
But at this point in the world, come on.
Right.
I ain't going to say IUIC.
Yep.
Or the Israelite camps is teaching it. This thing is known now.
Right.
This thing is known. So people that went through, we went through, shouldn't be asleep. The people that we went through, they shouldn't be asleep. The generation behind us shouldn't be asleep at all. But we keep getting attacked like we bringing out some fallacies.
Right.
Hey, but I like. No, go ahead, also.
Like y'all was saying though, we actually need 365 days of Black history.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff they don't want to bring out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to land back off of the cap with Sirach chapter 12 verse 17. Okay. Because, hey, never trust our enemy. That's all the time. You know what I'm saying? So read that verse, Sirach 12:17.
The book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 17.
Bring it out.
If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee,
though he pretend to help us by giving us 30 days, we need 365 days.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? 7 days a week. You know what I'm saying?
Bring it
this
out.
Our history book right here. This is Bible, and it's gonna last longer than that.
There you go.
Hey, and our history didn't just start in America, because throughout the whole world, this is like the only place on the planet where Black history, quote unquote, is recognized.
Right.
We've been here.
There you go.
Who the hell do you think built Jerusalem? God damn it! Excuse my French. I'm sorry, but we gonna get some respect on that.
Right.
Who you think built Jerusalem? Who do you think built the pyramids of Giza?
Right.
Our history been on this damn planet.
Bring it out.
Right.
It's for you all to realize that.
Hey, the bishop seen that thing, man. What you just said, what we need, 365?
Yep.
Bishop seen that. That's what IUIC doing that.
Yep. Right. We do it.
Almost 14 hours out of a day, every day.
Get some content.
As you know, the Christ is putting something out for the truth.
Something new too.
Yeah, something new and
not
different.
refurbished, live.
They want to act like they're doing something by getting us a month.
Yep. Hey, let's keep it moving. So We showed you that. What we just went over? Oh, yeah, we just went over the bomb. We just went over the bomb. Last thing before we get into the actual topic. If you didn't know, the topic of the night is, what was it? Can I work for you, Massa, or something like that? Yeah, we're gonna go into a heavy topic dealing with the workforce, but a lot of current topics that we got to address. The next one is dealing with our brother. This is for you conscious community brothers. Woke. Really, this for you sisters. Everybody that speak like they deep ain't a spiritual man or a spiritual woman. Go ahead. We're gonna show you the fruits of not following the scriptures. Go ahead.
Nick Cannon apologizes for causing extra pain to mothers of his kids.
Hold on, to what?
Extra pain to mothers of his kids.
Both of those are plural. I don't know if y'all paying attention. Both of those are plural. Nick Cannon got a whole show called what? Cannon's Class. But he ain't taught himself how to control himself yet. Damn. Go ahead.
When announcing 8th baby.
Well, hold on. Hey, announcing what?
When announcing 8th baby.
The 8th child. Let's read down a little bit about this. And we love Nick Cannon until he got sold out. They raped him.
Yeah.
But
they let him come back in.
Right.
Let him come back
Lord's
in
will, he can still repent, though. He can still repent. Go ahead.
Nick Cannon is apologizing for the manner in which he revealed that he is expecting his 8th child. During Monday's episode of his eponymous talk show, Cannon, 41, confirmed that he and model Bree TC are expecting a baby boy together, less than 2 months after he and Alyssa Scott lost their son Zen, who died December 5th from brain cancer.
So hold on. He just almost had a child with one. Now he announced he having a baby with another female. Scroll down.
Come on now, dog.
Okay, hold on.
Come on, man.
Scroll down. That was a different article. But this brother is with different woman. What was it? He made the Mel Gigolo song, right?
Yeah.
That was him. Gigolo.
Him and
R. Kelly.
R.
Kelly, right.
I'm a gigolo. Now, so this is what's going on. This is, like you say, you know them by their fruits. Now, play the next video. And like I said, this is a warning for you sisters. Everybody that talk deep words and got a turban on their head ain't holy. Go ahead, play the next video.
Killing me with that.
This is also the same guy.
We call it.
Go ahead.
It comes with soul that we call it. We call it soul. We soul brothers and sisters. That's the melanin that connects us.
Right.
So the people that don't have it are a little, and I'm gonna say this carefully, are a little less, and where the term actually comes from, because I'm bringing it all the way back around to Minister Farrakhan, to where they may not have the compassion or the when they were sent to the mountains of Caucasus, when they didn't have the power of the sun.
Oh, that brother deep.
That the sun then started to deteriorate. So then they're acting out of fear. They're acting out of low self-esteem. They're acting out of a deficiency. So therefore, the only way that they can act is evil. The only way they have to rob, steal, rape, kill, and
fight or flight,
in order to survive.
Exactly.
So then these people who didn't have what we had, and when I say we, I speak of the melanated people.
Right.
They had to be savages. They had to be barbaric. They had, because they're in these Nordic mountains, they're in these rough, torrential environments. So they're acting as
Shorty got her drawers off already.
So they're the ones that are actually closer to animals. They're the ones that are actually the true savages. And then they built up such this I won't say warrior, but they built up such this conquering barbaric mentality.
You stupid.
So this now this is the man that's speaking all this deep knowledge, all this deep wisdom about the sun and the melanated people and all this. Meanwhile, back at the ranch. Back at the ranch, he getting it in with
he acting like a brute beast.
Right. Now,
you're a whoremonger, brother.
This is a funny clip about this. Go ahead, press play. This is Nick Cannon.
to me, young blood, when you out here rapping to these women, you gotta scrape her brain. You gotta, see, cause listen, grown people don't change. You gotta ask her what you need to know. You gotta ask her like, where her mama from? Where her daddy from? Did she grow up in the household with 2 parents and shit like that? You gotta even ask her fact. You even gotta ask the chick, has she ever been molested by a family member? She asks you why. You say, because I need to know. You know, cause we might be together for the rest of our life. And you might tell me something right now, and if I don't like it, I can leave. You get what I'm saying? But if you tell me something I don't like, I could leave it and you'll never see me again. But you gotta ask her every goddamn thing. You know, if she don't like it, then too bad. And don't ask the chick for her number. You gotta be assertive. Say, give me your phone number. Now, if it don't get that far and the chick start asking she got a boyfriend, then ask her why she got a boyfriend. You know, what you got a boyfriend for? You know, most chicks got a boyfriend because they want to lay some pipe. You know, they like to fuck just like we do. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want to admit it. But if she asks you, she say she got a boyfriend, you ask her why she got a boyfriend. See, most chicks don't want to say why they got a boyfriend, but I know why they got a boyfriend. There are 3 reasons why a chick got a boyfriend. It could be for money, it could be for emotional reasons, or it could be for sex. It's real simple. See, I know 3 things about these women. I know what they like, I know what they want, and I know what they love.
All right, take it off.
You know that?
So, this is what a lot of you sisters are falling for. Brothers with deep words, Kufi. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, they got 8 different children with 6 different women. And you taken aback because he can quote something about the son. Give me that in Timothy. Give me that in Timothy about leading silly women captive.
That verse.
Silly for real.
You see my sister red fish, blue fish,
Right.
green fish, new fish, knick-knack, paddywhack.
A lot of y'all sisters, a lot of y'all simple sisters fall for that. Y'all fall for that. Look, in IUIC, it's very simple. You contact the leadership, we'll give you the report on the brother.
That's right.
I saw the other week, 2 weeks ago, a sister is trying to find somebody to prove, putting her picture on Facebook, saying how long she been in the truth.
I saw that.
In her age, I'm like, oh, Lord.
I saw that.
If you ain't a good man, don't come talk to me. Oh, Lord. Everybody, hey, it was a fire alarm went off.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Light sister. Oh,
we got a light woman sister. Put your
Right.
koofies on.
Yeah, right.
Get your precepts.
Get your
deep books. We got some draws tonight. Wow. Some of y'all sisters, man. Go ahead, read that.
The book of 2
Hey, that's
Timothy.
desperate.
Yep.
Go ahead.
35.
Chapter 3 and verse 5. Having a form of godliness.
Hold on, what did it say?
Having a form of godliness.
Having a form of godliness. Because guess what? He got on a kufi. He ain't got on a throwback.
Right.
So he got some type of wisdom. That ain't nothing but a throwback hat that's a little longer. Read.
But denying the power thereof.
But what?
But denying the power
But
thereof.
these type of individuals deny the power of God. Why? They ain't keeping the commandments. They ain't coming out the scriptures telling you what you should and shouldn't do. Read.
From such turn away.
From such turn away. But these are the ones that don't. Read.
For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women.
Lead captive what?
Silly women.
So sisters, if you find yourself with these men, guess what? God says that you a silly woman. Read.
Laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts.
And you're led away with diverse lusts. And when you find yourself in these situations, with a lot of y'all sisters, y'all getting these backdoor marriages, and then you want to call and ask for counsel afterwards. We're going to say, did you take the counsel before? No? Well, don't ask us a damn thing now.
That's right.
That's the way it works.
Hey, like you be saying, you made your bed, lay it.
There you go.
That's your problem.
There you go.
I want to add on to that too, because a lot of times you sisters be simple and y'all be letting another brother make you sister wife number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 19. And all God calls that is multiple hoes. That's all it is, bro. And y'all can't fame it like it's some doctrine that our forefathers did. A lot of things our forefathers did, they weren't right. That don't mean that you supposed to do it.
Right.
Give me that real quick. 1 Corinthians in the New Testament. If you're a believer of Christ, what did Paul say? 7, verse 2. Real quick.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7 and verse 2.
Read.
Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man
read this slow for the simple Negro, the deep brother. Read it again.
Nevertheless, to avoid fornication.
See, I'm sorry, I gotta say it. The problem is they won't see this as help. They'll see this as that nigga's off.
Right.
He's off, right? He don't know what he's talking about.
Nope.
Read that again. Come on.
Nevertheless, to avoid fornication.
Read on.
Let every man.
That's one man. What? Read.
Have his own wife.
Have his own wife. That's one.
All right.
Read.
And let every woman have her own husband.
And let every woman have her own husband. That's just if you ain't applying that, you're not of God. You're not of Christ. You do not believe. That's it.
That's simple.
Hey, can I hop on that too?
No. Hold on. Before you do, we only got 45 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Hey, if anybody want to call in, we ain't took a lot of calls. If you want to call in, the number is 863-877-0693. We're going to give 5 minutes on the air before we get into the main topic. So, light skin, you got until somebody call. You better bring it out.
All right. Let me get Proverbs 14 and 7. Right. I'm waiting on it.
Hey, man, why y'all do them like that, man?
It's all right. Hey, we light skins. We got to work our way.
Yeah. Wakanda forever.
Right.
Proverbs 14 and 7.
Yeah, Proverbs 14 and 7, because the Bible gives a description on how you can find yourself away from these foolish people. That's what it calls them. So read that for me.
Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 7. Go from the presence of a foolish man when thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge.
So the Bible says when you perceive that this fool isn't talking God's wisdom, that's what the knowledge is, the commandments of God. When he's not speaking those things consistently, not he just spoke it one night, made it sound good, and then he got into your panties. That's not what it's talking about. It's talking about over a consistent period of time.
Right.
And that's all my time.
Hey, Shalom caller, what's your name? Question or comment? Where you calling from?
Shalom, this is Isaiah from IUIC New Orleans camp calling. I just want to give y'all a shout out, man. I respect y'all, what y'all doing. You know, and just keep doing it.
All praise. We appreciate you for calling and watching, bro. Hey, shalom caller. What's your name? Question or comment? Where you calling from?
My name is D. 12 years old. I'm calling from Michigan. And I just saying, y'all got a good show. I enjoy the show.
All praise, brother.
Thank you, young man.
Is this Captain OC?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. do you think is you the same captain that be in Grand Rapids too?
No, sir. I don't be in Grand Rapids.
Shout out to D.
Hey, he hung up quick once he found out you in the Grand Rapids.
Hey, shalom caller. What's your name? Question, comment. Where you calling from?
Yeah, y'all already know what it is, man. I just wanted to call this.
Praises, man.
Hey, shalom, Deacon.
No, man. Y'all done hijacked the whole show.
Yeah, man. Yeah. No, you ain't getting the keys back on this one.
All praise
to the Most High. Dope, man. Appreciate y'all holding it down, bro. We snowed in out here in the Oak, though, man. It's all bad right now.
Hey, all praise.
Hey, man, y'all listening to the original lion of the Lion's Den. There you go, right there in the flesh.
It was soulless.
And that's why you got to fix your face today.
Wow. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all holding it down, man. Y'all always show up and show out, man. Y'all keep doing what you're doing, man. All praise to the Most High.
Thank you, Deacon.
Thank you so much.
Prayers up, Deacon.
All right, brother. Shalom.
Hey, all right, take the call. Hey, shalom caller. What's your name? Question or comment? Where you calling from?
Hello?
Hey.
You talking to me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good, man.
You couldn't believe it.
I never get to it.
Yes, sir.
I couldn't believe it. Hey, brother, I listen to you guys a lot. You know, the whole everybody. I've been into this for about. I got introduced to it in 2019.
Okay, all praise.
And been real hard into it over this last year. The truth, and one of the things I like you guys a lot, but one of the things I have to ask: how do we balance when we know that Esau, the Edomites, and whatnot
they hate us. They've shown this. There's no doubt about it.
I'm gonna answer that for you.
I got you.
Yet in the Bible, it tells us we're not supposed to hate them, and it says we're not supposed to hate the Egyptians, and how do we balance not hating them and not being punished by God for almost as a commandment not to hate them?
Gotcha. All right. I got you. All right. So let's go to Romans chapter 12. There you go. And let's read verse 17. Now I don't know if you going into doctrine on that law written in Deuteronomy, which you quoting. Esau broke that brotherly covenant. And you can read about that in Amos 1. You can read about that in Obadiah. All right. They broke the covenant long time ago. But let me show you what God says. Read that.
The book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 17. Recompense to no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men.
So the Bible instructs us very plainly to live peaceably with all men. You understand that, brother?
Yes.
All praise, all praise. All right, we appreciate you for calling in.
Thank you.
All praises. All right, we'll take one more call, and then we're gonna get into it.
Hey, y'all can't get it twisted. Though we are speaking the facts that the Bible says, we ain't advocating no violence whatsoever.
Right.
There you go.
Period. No acts of hate.
Hey, Shalom caller, what's your name? Question or comment? Where you calling from?
Hey, Shalom, Messiah in Christ, blessed. This light-skinned brother Counsel.
That's right.
I heard y'all giving him a hard time. I'm on his team.
All praise, all praise. Hey, we all on the same team.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. You're right.
Where you calling from, Cal, from?
Hey, so fix your face, brother, with that comment right there.
Yeah. You're right. I'm fixing it. I'm in Ohio, but I congregate at Detroit. I'm still visiting. I'm on it, though. I'm working on it.
All praise to the Most High. All praise. We appreciate you for listening, man. You got a question or comment, or you just calling support?
I do, man. I'm
calling for light skins?
I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'm working on it. I would tune in. Y'all be giving me strength. You know what I'm saying?
All praise.
For the light-skinned brothers, too. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
All praise, all praise. Well, we appreciate you for calling in, bro.
All praise, sir.
All right, cut the calls. It's time to get into the segment of the night.
Yeah, let's get it.
This has been shocking the airways all week long. Brother by the name of Brian Flores, he was a head football coach of the Miami Dolphins. And one of the hardest positions on the earth to fulfill is being a head coach in the NFL. There's 31 teams. 31 coaches. It ain't a job at McDonald's. It's a very, very unique position. And he was actually one of 16 of those individuals to have a successful season. He actually was winning. He had a winning record. Right. That means he won more than he lost. Right. And he still got fired.
Damn.
2 years in a row.
Hey, Tony Dungy know about that.
Right. And he still got fired.
Let's see why.
So let's go into it. Let's see what happened. Because of that.
Incredible props to Brian Flores from the standpoint of courage. Because it takes a lot of courage to do what he's doing, and clearly he's not doing it just for himself. He is in pursuit with a class action lawsuit, basically inviting other coaches to come in and maybe and likely express themselves and show how the conditions which he feels that he's been subjected to is similar to what a lot of black coaches have been going through for quite some time. And we all know what my position has been as it pertains to African-American coaches, particularly in the National Football League. In college football is just as, if not more egregious, at least until recently. The NFL, what I've reminded people over the last few weeks, Keyshawn, is that the Rooney Rule was instituted in 2003. When the Rooney Rule was instituted, essentially compelling you to at least interview African-American coaches and give them something close to a fair and equitable opportunity, there were 3 African-American coaches in the National Football League. We are 19 years removed from the institution and implementation of the Rooney Rule, and there is now 1 head coach.
Boss.
There have been about...
So they put in legislation to make you interview.
Yeah, that's a dumbass rule right there,
to make you interview at least 1 black candidate. Right. 19 years later, there's only 1 black head coach in the NFL. Wow. So what's happening is they're making brothers go through the interview process knowing that they ain't getting the job.
because y'all agreed to a dumb rule once again, NFL dumb players.
There you go.
Sham interviews.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all they doing.
Press play.
That's all that
7 or 8
equal
openings
opportunists.
this offseason for NFL head coaches. 5 people have been hired. None of them have been black as a head coach. And so when we look at it from that perspective, it is clearly alarming. Now, let me get down to this. There are people that are saying Brian Flores doesn't have much of a case. You heard the National Football League say it's meritless. I'm not buying that one bit. You know, I'm familiar with court proceedings and what have you, and there's something called summary judgment. And I believe that man is going to get past that. He is going to get past summary judgment. And there is going to be some explanations that the NFL is going to be required to disseminate. Bottom line, number one. Number two, the New York Giants, we don't know the facts. We have to hold out. But let me say this to the New York Giants. As an organization, when it comes to black coaches, I don't believe a damn word you have to say.
So what I wanted y'all to show y'all was, first off, he talked about the Rooney Rule. Then it went through the numbers. So basically what this man's doing, he filed a lawsuit against the NFL as a coach. So pretty much his career is finished.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
He was willing to put his life on the line. He know it's pretty much a done deal. So I want to applaud him for that. The fact that he's willing to stand up for his people and try to change what's going on. And that takes courage. It takes courage to do that. Now, as always, it says our people have zeal, but not according to knowledge. What y'all fail to understand, what we say all the time, the white man don't hear nothing you saying.
Nope.
Right. Give me that in Psalms that he's a deaf adder. This man do not care. He'll put whatever he need to put in writing. He'll put whatever law. Right. He just they got a black coach suing them. Guess what? 5 coaches later, they're all white. They don't care. They do not care. You can't plead your case with this man. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent.
Read.
They are like the deaf adder.
They are what?
They are like the deaf adder.
They are like the deaf adder. So they don't care about interview. They can listen to you have an interview.
Right.
You can have the best interview ever. You're like, damn, this is some good ass stuff.
I don't know, Jeff. You might want it right there.
Now, the problem is we already signed Bob to the contract.
Right.
So it's good. But they ain't hearing you. They is not hearing nothing you saying.
Hey, one time they said John Elway came in there drunk.
Yeah. Yep.
To interview whatever black coach.
Yep.
They ain't know he wasn't going to hire him. Elway played with plenty of black players.
Yep.
Ain't finna hire him as no coach.
Hey, it was literally just 2 weeks ago. Just 2 weeks ago, I had a job interview, and I was asking around about the job, and they was like, "Oh yeah, so such and such already got it." I had the interview. I was like, "Hey," I hit him up. I was like, "I ain't gonna come." Lo and behold, by Friday, the person that they said had the job, named the coach, hired.
Wow.
That's the way it works. It's like, but that's why the fact that he's filing a lawsuit. This ain't nothing new. This is common practice, not only in athletics, but in all walks of life.
Exactly.
I don't know. All of y'all know a boss or a manager at some point who was somebody's son, cousin, uncle. You like, damn, how the hell is this dude running the company?
Yep.
Because his daddy's white.
Hey, to that point, it reminded me of Don't Look Up. Because remember, he was Jonah Hill. He was the president's son at the time.
There you go.
But just to speak on the fact of merit, because what you would expect in an equitable system is that you would get the job based off of merit.
Right.
Either you're the best for the job, so you get the job.
Right. Content of your character.
Right. But in a league that's 70% black,
there you go.
You have one head coach out of what, 32 teams? How many of these teams?
Yeah,
so one head coach out of a 70% black league. So that means, and you know, every year you see all them getting the all-stars. You don't see many white people unless they quarterbacks getting all-stars, all that stuff. And a lot of them are former players, things of that nature that want to get the coaching positions, or at least they played at the college level.
Right.
All of that, and you have this is proof that it's not merit based. It's based on your whiteness.
Yep.
Every time.
So hey, play that video on the Rooney Rule. A lot of y'all may not know what the Rooney Rule is, so we're gonna show you what that is. It's basically affirmative action in the NFL. Go ahead.
You've probably heard of the NFL's Rooney Rule, but is it really working in 2021? The NFL policy was named after the league's former diversity committee chairperson, the late Dan Rooney. It was instituted in 2003, then expanded in 2009, requiring teams with vacancies for head coaches, general managers, and similar front office roles to interview at least one diverse candidate for those jobs.
Hey, man, once again, people are dumb as hell. The rule is named after somebody white. How can it help black people?
There you go. Hey, but it's a shame. This is the biggest
People
thing.
got CTE, man. They got CTE, man.
It's a shame that you got to tell somebody, hey, you have to interview at least. That means black people wasn't even getting an interview before this.
Right.
Yep.
When even a thought in the room.
Right. You got to at least interview one black person. Please.
All right, you know what the Rooney Rule is for? It's for the white folks. The Rooney's saying, hey, y'all got to at least interview him.
Right.
You're going to make us look bad, so I'm going to put this rule in so y'all know.
Right.
Interview him and still give it to the white man. That's what Rooney was saying to the other Edomites.
Let's get our favorite clip. Let's get the clip from the movie called Trick Baby. And it goes into how you got to give one black person a job every once in a while. If not, it's like, damn, we got to get our own league.
Right.
Or we got to do our own thing. That's why every once in a while you have a Mike Tomlin, you have your Tony Dungy's, you have them because if you don't,
token Negroes.
Right. You have the token black. Hey, hey, go to the token minority clip. Damn, I ain't put it in there yet. Hold on, I'm finna send it to you because you just said that. All right, yeah, play that one. And then I'm going to send you the token video. Go ahead. Play it.
It's you liberals who have lifted them up, Howard.
Paul, you conservatives make a mistake. You can't afford to strangle hope in people. Without hope, people become dangerous.
Pause.
No, Howard.
This is the Rooney Rule explained. You got to give these black coaches hope. You got to give them at least one interview. If you do that, they'll stay calm. They'll keep the players happy because they know someday, hey, one of us might make it up.
Right.
We going to get to the top.
We getting somewhere. A gift destroyeth the heart.
Yep. Go ahead. Press play.
You liberals have let them invade our society. You give them jobs, political jobs.
Paul, you missed the point. It's only the smart ones we move up.
That makes it even worse.
No, we have to move them up. If we leave a smart one in the ghetto, he might develop into a leader against us. But if we raise him up into white society, we neutralize him. He feels compelled to try to act like us. He loses his identity and his racial anger, if he has any. He becomes alien to his brothers. They realize he sold them out and they grow to hate him. He becomes worthless to them and safe for us. No, thank you.
All right.
Hey, y'all know why this is so crazy?
Hey, Esau!
Look who's serving them.
Hearing all
you see the arrogance and boldness they got?
Yep. That's what it is. So that relates to this because it's showing you the conversations that I had behind doors, but it's putting it on a high level. Now we spoke about that the token black coach, the minority worker. This is a joke on that, little lighter to lighten the room a little bit, so y'all don't get too sad. Go ahead,
bring it out.
So, Nazim, your resume is very impressive.
Oh, thank you.
You're just the type of person we're looking for as our next TMH.
Oh, TMH?
Token minority hire.
What's that?
As you know, we are a predominantly white firm, but every year we like to hire a small number of ethnic people to show that we're an equal opportunity employer.
As a TMH, you'll be expected to walk around the building so our clients can see you, as well as appear in our brochures with other minority employees.
So you don't actually want me to be doing any real work?
God, no. That's what the white guys are for.
You just relax and look ethnic.
Oh, one thing, no, and I don't want to sound rude, but is there any way you could become a shade browner?
A shade browner?
Yeah, I was thinking a spray tan before you start.
Not too much, though. We've already got our African.
Oh, and another thing, is there any way you could get one of those, what are they, turbans and some robes to wear around the office? And maybe get a little red dots on your head. They're cute, aren't they?
Yeah, look, I'm Muslim. You're thinking of Hindus.
Aren't they the same thing?
Look, have you even read my CV?
No.
Yeah. All right, well, thanks anyway. Have a nice day.
Starting salary is $175,000 a year plus a company car.
It's an Audi A5.
But what colour robes did you have in mind?
Right. So that's what goes on. It was that's what goes on with a lot of our brothers and sisters. We know we the token hire, and what happens? You become assimilated. But they only hiring you because they got to. It ain't because you above everybody. They got to meet a quota, or they ain't gonna get funding from the government, so on and so forth. Go ahead, you have something?
Yeah, I had some. This is gonna show you the real reason why. Let me get Psalms 137 verse 3. They don't want you in any position where you have control over something. That's why there's not any black owners. That's why there's not any black head coaches in any of these sports. They're token one in 100. So this is what they really want from us. This is what they expect. Psalms 137 verse 3.
The book of Psalms, chapter 137 and verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
For they that carried us away captive required of us a song.
So they require of us entertainment. Mm-hmm. The song gets into your rappers, your singers, your ball players, anything that gives them a feel-good feeling like they can be safe around you. Go ahead.
And they that wasted us.
The same people that's out there killing us in the street, hunting us down, and locking us up, poisoning our water, all that. Go ahead.
Required of us mirth.
Mirth, entertainment. That's what they want from us. They don't want us to be in any positions of power. Why? Because if it's too many of us, then they'll gather. They're afraid that we'll gather together against them and fight against the system that they're building for them. Go ahead.
Saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion.
And they want us to entertain them with one of our songs. But guess what? That's gonna change here soon.
Yep.
All praise to the Most
High. Hey, that's an excellent precept. Yep. I forgot what book is it when it says basically they want the men strong, they don't want us to be thinkers.
Willie Lynch.
In the Willie Lynch letters, right. So it says that in Willie Lynch letters, they don't want us to be thinkers. A lot of people, they think football is just being strong, being fat. It's a lot of thinking in athletics. And that's why the perception is you need a white head coach and you need black athletes to do it. Right. If not, because the black people can't think, they can just do it. And the white man can actually think. And those stereotypes still go on till this very day.
You're black. The cerebral position. Same thing with the middle linebackers, centers, all that. The stuff that requires a lot of mental work. They didn't think we could do that thing.
Hell no. Hey, read verse 7, man. Read verse 7 for that brother that called earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Verse 7.
You watching the show. This is your answer about.
Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
So there's your scripture, brother.
Yep.
They broke the covenant. Right. They broke the brotherly covenant. That's one scripture right there to prove it.
Hey, so go back to the Rooney Rule real quick, Rooney Rule video. So while we getting this, hey, if you want to call in, you got shysted for a job. You thought you should have got the job.
You feeling that, Cap?
Yeah, Uncle Larry. Uncle Larry was the manager who couldn't even read or write. He running the store. We want to hear about your experience.
Hey, you know how they hit us, right? They hit you with you're overqualified.
Right. How the hell you overqualified?
Right on the head.
That means you're overly black.
Ain't too black. And that's why y'all hiring. You need help, right?
Right. Overqualified. You know, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. So call in, tune in, press play.
Heard of the NFL's Rooney Rule, but is it really working in 2021? The NFL policy was named after the league's former diversity committee chairperson, the late ended in 2009, requiring teams with vacancies for head coaches, general managers, and similar front office roles.
All right, they call it
double call.
All right. Hey, shalom. What's your name?
Shalom, fam.
And where you calling from?
I'm in Kentucky. My name's Reggie.
Hey, how you doing, Reggie? What's your question or comment?
Hey, I just wanted to say, not only that in the offices, but on the football field, like the quarterbacks. Right. Remember, it was a long time before they allowed us to be quarterbacks. And if you look at any of the sports, like baseball, the catcher is really normally the captain of the team.
Right.
There's hardly no black catchers.
Yep.
Look, I don't know how many black coaches it is in basketball, but yeah, that's the whole genre, man.
Yep, all of it. Yep. They don't want black people to think in no position. That's just like CEOs. When you look at Fortune 500 companies, the CEOs, I think it's like 1% of them are black. They don't want us in positions of power. So we appreciate you for calling in, Brother Reggie.
Yeah, man, I appreciate your show, man.
Hey, Shalom caller, what's your name? Question or comment, where you calling from?
Blowing up.
Hey, Shalom caller, what's your name? Question or comment, where you calling from?
All right, brother. I'm calling from Texas, brother Benai. Most High Christ bless.
Most High Christ bless.
Shalom. Say, I'm going to give you one word, and y'all figure this thing out on the Esau and the Israelites. That's paradox. Come on now. Come on. Most High Christ bless. Shalom.
Hey, Most High Christ bless.
Boy, you deep. Man, you deep. Go ahead, brother.
That's a paradox.
Paradox. All praise.
Big word.
Paradox. All right. Now. Press play.
To interview at least one diverse candidate for those jobs. In 2003, there had only been 6 black head coaches in the modern era. The rule appeared to show promise in 2006 and 2007 with 6 black head coaches in permanent positions. In 2020, the rule was updated, requiring teams to interview at least 2 external minority
now you gotta do 2
for head coaching openings and at least 1 minority candidate for any coordinator job, as well as 1 external minority
hold up a second.
candidate.
Hold on. You know what's funny about this? Like, this is actually proving a point. You're saying they don't want us in a position of leadership.
Right.
Tony Dungy won a Super Bowl.
Yep, won a Super Bowl.
At one point, you had 2 black coaches,
same
coaches
year.
in Super Bowl.
Yep.
So it was looking good.
Yep.
And now all of a sudden, it's going the opposite direction.
There you go.
So they know if you get put in that position, we're going to outshine them.
Yep.
Because you're going to have a black coach, a black quarterback, right?
It's going to be all black people. All black.
Too much control, Johnny. Bring it back some.
Bishop had that class, it's Fear of a Black Planet.
Yep, Fear of a Black Planet. That's what it is. Go ahead, press play.
That's no.
Senior football operations and general manager jobs. The truth is, only 4 head coaches of color and 4 general managers of color hold positions in the NFL. And 2 of the 32 NFL teams have owners who are not white. The numbers are glaring, and the interviewing process has shown to be more of a chore than honest due diligence. This year's Super Bowl featured a handful of potential future head coaches of color.
Like, this is exactly what Officer Alexander was just going. Last year's Super Bowl, all the Bucks had right there, 5 of their assistant coaches were black. Not one of them got hired to a head job yet. Damn. Now, usually, look at Bill Belichick's staffs when he was playing.
Next year.
Every year, all the staff gonna be head coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, dog. Go ahead.
Byron Leftwich, as a matter of fact, just turned down the head coaching position.
Yep. Go ahead.
Chiefs offensive expert Eric Bieniemy has been discussed as a potential head coach for the last few seasons. And while Tom Brady and Bruce Arians have received much of the credit for the Buccaneers' success this season, all of the team's major coordinators are black men. Offensive coordinator Byron Leftwich, assistant head coach Harold Goodwin, defensive coordinator Todd Bowles, and special teams coordinator Keith Armstrong. Bieniemy has been tasked.
So, go to, what was next? What I had next? So what we're showing you is, he said white criminals are more likely to get a job before the so-called black man. Damn.
Right.
Sheesh.
White criminals?
Right.
Yeah.
White criminals.
Bring it out.
Go ahead, press play. We're going to end on this.
Big facts.
This morning, a bombshell lawsuit with the potential to upend the NFL. The former head coach of the NFL's Miami Dolphins, Brian Flores, is accusing the league and multiple teams of systemic racial discrimination that is keeping black coaches from advancing in their careers. In this lawsuit, Flores and his attorneys called the league racially segregated and like a plantation, citing multiple interviews.
Now, he said it's ran like a plantation. I want to harp on that real quick, because a lot of people say that. Yes. And every time they say it, they say, no, that's not true. That's not true. Okay. Go to the Kaepernick. Yep. Go ahead.
His Take a Knee protests rocked the NFL, and now Colin Kaepernick's causing controversy with his new Netflix series in which he compares the way the NFL scouts for players to the slave trade. Here's Les Trent.
Colin Kaepernick is at the center of a new controversy over this scene from his new Netflix series, Colin in Black and White. Actors playing prospective NFL players who dramatically turn into slaves headed to the auction block. Yep, the former NFL player compares the league's draft process to the slave auction block.
The NFL scouting combine happens every February. Prospects for the NFL draft.
Esau was pissed about that.
Because it's the truth.
Esau was mad as hell because they can't see, no matter how much money you got, well, they think money solves everything. That's what I say.
Yeah.
They think that money puts you, like Bishop say, you will never rise above the status of your people.
Mm-hmm.
So they get really upset when black people that have money and status stand up for their people. They're like, what? You got money. What the hell you worry about if we treat them like slaves or not? We paying you millions of dollars. Okay, I'm one man.
Right.
There's 40 million of my people here. That means I can only give $1 to each one of my people that live here. We can't be successful. We can't be successful as a nation here in America living like that. So they hate when you speak the truth. Now, I'm going to show you how much they hate it. Play the next video, Kaepernick. They made a mockery of this man because he stood up for what was right.
I want to hear you say it. I want to hear you say what your sign-in bonus is.
I'm a good quarterback. That's what my mama said.
Your sign-in bonus is $20 million. I want to hear you say it, boy.
50 million.
If you're willing to do a contract extension, we might be able to offer 30.
No. Lord God, help that boy. Get him a flex deal with a point on the merchandising back end.
Wow, look what they got saying. This is...
All right, boy. I'm not promising anything. And really, I shouldn't even be saying this, but the best we can do is 35 million. And that is absolutely the best we can offer. But I can probably get you another 5 as a performance bonus if you get us to the postseason. I want to hear you say it.
Oh, no.
What's your sign-in bonus?
35 million.
Aye.
All right, you take it off
again.
Hey, Esau, you the goddamn devil.
So they will never allow black successful people to stand up for their own. They won't let you do it. The second you do it, they want to, well, you getting paid. They want to throw everything out there to nullify what you're saying. Because they think that's supposed to pacify you. That's why they really get pissed when you standing up and you got money. Because guess what? Money answers all things. If these brothers put their money together and did what they're supposed to, this kingdom will be over real quick.
That's right. Hey, I want to get that into history just real quick. Give me 2 Maccabees real quick, chapter 10, and start at verse 20. Same scenario and the same thing. Like we was looking at in Trick Baby, the Edomites said it'll make them forget about their racial tension or their racial anger, right? When you're at war, right? We got to understand that. We got to remember we're at war, all right? But the war that we fight is a spiritual war. Let's see what happened in our history with a physical war. Read that.
The book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 10 and verse 20.
Read.
Now they that were with Simon, being led with covetousness.
Being what?
Being led with covetousness.
These were men that were amongst us, men of our nation. They were led with covetousness. For what? Read.
Were persuaded for money.
Persuaded from money from who? Our enemies. To be against us. That's the mindset that we trying to get our people in. Don't let covetous, don't let no booty, no daggone $1 million contract sway you from defending what's wrong or what's right. What's right and what's wrong, all right? Discern good and evil. Read, come on. Like what Colin Kaepernick doing. Read.
Through certain of those that were in the castle.
Read on.
And took 70,000 drachms and let some of them escape. But when it was told
So what these men that were persuaded with covetousness, excuse me, and money, they let the enemy escape. And what did they do when they did that? Read.
But when it was told Maccabeus what was done, he called the governors of the people together and accused those men that they had sold their brethren for money.
And that's the point at which that's what they're trying to get you brothers with high status to sell out your people, man. For what? Your own personal gain. So you got to understand, last time I checked, I ain't never seen Oprah Winfrey say anything about Black Lives Matter or anything that has to do with blacks. But you know she got her check. What she'll do, she'll produce a show called Greenleaf. That will didn't she do that? That will make black folks look bad in the community. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
And set their enemies free to fight against them.
Right. So that's it on that one, man.
Heavy precept. So, hey, go to Brian Flores compare NFL to slave plantation and lawsuit. And before we go there, I want to make sure everybody makes something clear as day. Sports, athletics is not our history. That's not our culture. We were assimilated and forced into that. Go to 2 Maccabees 4, and let's start at verse 9 real quick.
The book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 4 and verse 9. Beside this, he promised to assign 150 more, if he might have license to set him up a place for exercise, and for the training up of youth in the fashions of the heathen, and to write them of Jerusalem by the name of Antiochians, which when the king had granted, and he had gotten into his hand the rule, he forthwith brought his own nation to the Greekish fashion.
Right, he brought his own nation to the Greekish fashions. That's why at the highest level, they'll let you play, but they don't want you to run nothing because, hey, they take pride in being able to run it how they see it.
Right.
They're like, damn, no, man. We know you're the better athlete, but damn, you can't coach too. You can't do every damn thing.
Right.
This is the Greekish fashions, nigga. Read.
And the royal privileges granted of special favor to the Jews by the means of John, the father of Eupolemus, who went ambassador to Rome for amity and aid, he took away. And putting down the governments which were according to the law, he brought up new customs against the law. For he built gladly a place of exercise.
So this is the understanding of where athletics come from. A lot of you don't understand history. Olympics, all of that stuff came when we were in slavery. Now, Deacon Athan done brought out, the bishops done brought out, we always had a level of fitness amongst us.
Giants.
Right. We were always in shape. We always were trained for war. We always had that. But the point where you were turned into a god and you received the woman and the riches and all that, that's where Esau came in. Go ahead, Miguel. You have something on that?
No, this is in a nutshell, man. You hitting it. We didn't come up with this stuff right here. Esau, like you said, is Greek fashions. Why they gonna let you run something that they y'all didn't come up with?
Right.
James Naismith, where the white man came with basketball, so you ain't gonna run no basketball.
The Heisman Trophy.
You hit it. You hit it on the head right there. We was always in shape, but it wasn't doing this kind of stuff.
Idolizing trophies and
there
stuff.
You go.
Like
There you go. Go ahead, keep reading.
A black man will never understand this.
Nah.
Until they get into this right here, they will never understand why they can't. Why they can't get to where they want to be at in these sports.
And that's why all of these lawsuits and all, it ain't gonna change nothing because they don't understand who they going up against. This is what they do. This is, give me that in Deuteronomy 32 where it says our rock is not their rock. This is what y'all got to understand. This is this man's God. This is literally his God. You're not gonna go up against his God and win. It's just not gonna happen. Deuteronomy 32, I think it's 31.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter
26.
No, you're right. 31.
Okay, guys, go ahead, read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 31. For their rock is not as our rock.
Right. That's what y'all got to understand. Their rock is not as our rock. We don't go to the justice system to solve problems. We don't go to the Supreme Court justice to solve problems. You don't go to your city councilman to solve problems. Read.
Even our enemies themselves being judges.
Read.
For their vine is of the vine of Sodom.
All right, we're reading about that. at the Greekish fashions that started with what? In gymnasiums, which what means gymnos, where naked men would exercise. Read.
And of the fields of Gomorrah, their grapes are grapes of gall. Their clusters are bitter.
Their clusters are bitter. The origin in which what you're trying to assimilate in and what you're trying to change, it wasn't set up for you. This whole country, that goes for politics.
Right.
That goes for sports, music, all of this stuff. It was not set up. America is a slave house. The whole country of America is a plantation. You can't overthrow the plantation and remain in it. The only way you get out is you burn it down.
That's right.
That's the only way. You got to burn the whole plantation down. Fortunately and unfortunately, that's going to be when Christ returns. That's when it's going to happen. But until even in Django, it show you that.
Right, yeah.
Django didn't go in there and try to vote to get his wife back. Right. He had to say, goodbye, Miss Lord. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. That's the only way. He didn't say, all right, I'm here now. Let's take a vote and let's get some things changed around here.
Right.
Yeah, that's not the way it's worked. When Christ come back, he ain't setting up no vote.
Nope.
It ain't happening like that.
It won't be no suggestion to submitting. It's going to be by force.
There you go.
And that's what we're waiting on. Once again, for that brother that was speaking about hating all the kind of stuff. We waiting on the salvation of our Lord Savior, Jesus Christ.
There you go.
Yahweh Shai, whatever you want to call him. He going to come back. That black man going to come back and crack the sky.
Straight like that.
Bring it out. What's wrong, right. And hey, I just wanted to say one thing. I know, my bad. Because when you look at, they got to realize that, well, our brothers don't realize, listen, you have a warrior, 6'7", 6'8", long arms extending like this, putting a ball through a hoop or catching a pigskin. These ain't just, we wasn't bred to be athletes. You looking at warriors. And majority of these leagues, or what you want to call it, you're looking at men that have been, their powers have been suppressed. So they got to give us that dog or, that bone for dogs or whatever you want to call it. They're suppressing us, but once we connect back to our real power, that's when the show gonna be on. Like the scripture says, we are the Lord's battle axes. You ain't seen no warriors on the planet until when the Lord gets upon us as a people. All right?
Yeah, that's a heavy point. So basically what you're saying is, you're seeing top-notch generals, sergeants, lieutenants of the Lord being turned into tame lions.
Exactly.
We bouncing on a ball.
Exactly.
That's what we doing.
That's what I see.
Yeah, because look at it. We when we was a prideful nation, right? David ruled for 40 years.
Right.
Saul ruled for 40 years. LeBron playing the league for 20 years, and we think like that's a big thing.
Right. Yeah, exactly. We think that's an accomplishment.
Right.
Well, he on his what season?
Right.
Damn, heavy point. What you had for us, light skin?
No, I was gonna ad lib, but what y'all just been bringing out made me think of. There's a poem by Langston Hughes, and it basically says, look at the Negro, how docile and nice he is. He said, but beware the day he fights back. Right. Just like you said,
that's on point.
We got warriors that's doing these things for entertainment, but one day, actually, let me get that. Jeremiah chapter 16.
I was gonna say, we got to put some seasoning on that thing. Go ahead.
This is one of my favorite scriptures right here. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 14.
I tell y'all wrong for that too.
Let's actually start at verse 16 to get straight to the point.
Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers.
So right now, we the peaceful ones. Right now, we the ones that's just, when Mr. Bob walks by, we say, hi, Bob.
Yeah.
We just over here collecting our people on the side, though. Go ahead.
Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them.
We fishing for the those of our people that's gonna repent, keep God's commandments, and the faith in Jesus Christ. Come on.
And after will I send for many hunters.
After, that's when the hunters is going to come out. That's when the warriors is going to come out, and then what's going to happen?
And they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
So guess what? Ain't no hiding, Esau. You can dig all your holes you want. You can hide in your bunkers, but when the Most High turns those fishermen into hunters, it's a wrap.
Oh, praise.
Hey, it's 11:28. Doggone voice going. Want to give a shout out, IT, Soldier Duell, Officer Abel.
Praise. Thank you, brothers. Thank you, brothers.
Soldier Lizacar, Brother Anathai, Brother Daniel.
Brothers on security right now.
Security.
Shout out to y'all.
Who else? All right, we don't never give a shout out. Officer Eliab. I know Eliab back there. That brother's a lawyer.
Yeah.
I don't know who else back there. Soldier Asriel. All praise. We appreciate y'all for being here. The supporters, those of you who are watching, thank you. Deacon Abiel, we appreciate y'all for canceling. All praises.
All praises.
We
always gonna cover.
We will cover the show. Hey, every Sunday, 7 o'clock, Lion's Den Radio. Tune in.
Hey, Cat, we had a good one, man. That was a good one. All praises. That was a good one,
Deacon ASAP coming on next with the Friday Night Raw. Make sure you tune in. Tomorrow, classes all day long from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. all day. And with that, we say shalom.
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 That was dragged and brought over here on the slave ships, and you made a monster out of us.
Which spirit you rolling with? Either you rolling with the spirit of Satan, and who's waiting for the lake of fire, or you gonna roll with the spirit of Christ.
Created, manufactured right here in the Americas. Don't slip on that. This new Negro that we see today was a creation.
If you walking around worrying about your breath when you know death and destruction is everywhere, nigga, you gonna die.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone, 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.